I thought I'd make a video, okay? So this is about Patricia Godina. It was literally, I'm going to say 6 months, less than a year from me being diagnosed. And I came here to, I don't know, I think it was going to happen maybe possible on a random night. I know I've seen Johnny Fiasco here, a couple promoters. At the time was Frisco Entertainment, who used to throw a lot of the parties here as well, or a couple of them, and it was called Zubar. And I came here. I didn't come to this place too many times, but this was the last place that initially, the first time that I could ever recall seeing Patricia Godina in person, with the guy by the name of I don't know what his name is, Jose, I think, maybe, I don't remember, that worked as a cutter at Advanced Graphics. And I talked about that. This is the old address. This is the 212. Obviously it's not here anymore. The construction and rebuilt is completely different. It used to be a bar / club, and I think it was a restaurant during the day. But I actually saw Patricia Godina walking from this area, and I was actually inside, and I recall them just walking by, and I don't know if it was the same night. I don't think it was, but I remember two short other girls next to her, like short, right next to her, this person, like really short, and they were all walking together, like sort of as a groupie. And I didn't think much, but I remember looking over, and then sort of like I got this impression that they knew who I was or recognized me, like there was some sort of fantasy or something that they knew about me, but I didn't really think of it so much. You know, there's kinds of people all like that all over the place. But I was in here that one particular day, and I saw Patricia Godina talking to this guy that used to work at Advanced Graphics, and he was the cutter. And I remember this person was either showing some kind of interest, and Jose or this person was like either nodding their head or like, is that what you want? I don't know what the entanglement, but it was a lot of eye contact and small word conversation. And then this person walked right past by me, and I remember making eye contact and looking, and I was like, whoa, I think it's a transgender. But I was like, whoa, there was something in the eyes that was just a little bit, you know, something. And I wasn't exactly sure. I don't know. I thought maybe some drugs or something, but it was something that was a little bit off. And this is why I believe this person had the sex change many years before I had seen this person. So, but I saw this person, and I actually showed up here. I actually showed up to this place, and on you know, on the night of the Zubar, I don't think it was planned. It could have been. I don't know if I post. I didn't post too often. I don't remember MySpace or whatever it was where you would post and maybe some people would see it and then they'd show up at a club. But yeah, I think I possibly did. Like, oh, I'm going to Zubar, or I may have gone there on the random night. I don't recall. But I want to say there wasn't crowded. There was about medium filled and of people. And I know there wasn't like a resident DJ. I don't think that was necessarily playing, or a top DJ. At the most, it would have been a resident. But that's what I think it was. I think it could have been maybe a resident DJ, but I don't think it was an actual like headliner promoter party. That's for sure. But I thought I'd make a video on this, that this is where the location was, where it happened. Obviously, it's different. So if anybody can find the old pictures of Zubar, what the interior looks like, I've already drawn pictures, you'd be able to relate to my drawings and what I saw to what the interior structure of the design of the Zubar was, to how I draw, because I'm only functioning by memory. And this Zubar closed down a long time ago, many years ago. So it used to be right there. I'm going to walk across the street. This is what the street looks like. And this is on Greenville. So we're going to take a small squizzle, walk over here, kind of get a opposite side street view. So this is where it was a long time ago. This the 212, but it's not there no more. It hasn't been here for many, many, many years. Now it's an ice cream parlor. So I'm gonna walk in there and gonna get some ice cream. I think Red Jacket used to be right over there. I think it was right over there. It was so many years ago. I used to go there to the Red Jacket when I was like 16. I think first time I've been there was like maybe 15, but I think first time I was there I was 16 years old, and I went there with my brother's fake ID. I went there with holding my brother's ID, Frankie's ID, and I went to the club and they let me in. So I got into the club, and that's how I used to kind of dabble into what all the hot DJs were getting to play, what type of music they were playing, because at that time it wasn't particularly on the radio, commercialized necessarily heavily, at least not the underground stuff. So Greenville, Red Jacket was actually the hottest club in Dallas back in those days. It was the biggest and the baddest. This is where it used to be. Zubar.